Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new midweek update here. Today it's the 11th of September. We're getting almost halfway through Rectember, guys. And we're still doing quite okay, right? Still above 26 cents. So CRO is doing quite fine. Also, Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, is not all too bad today. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about the CPI data coming in, the PPI data coming in. We're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Always let me know in the comments down below if you want to see any specific topic, or if you are going into the Discord, you can also ask me there. We can discuss things in detail if you want to. Welcome, guys. Hit the like button on the way in. And let's bring up some quick charts here. First, though, a quick shout out to Cliff, gifting 10 more subscriptions. Sir, thank you so much. It is literally crazy. So let me quickly bring up here the Bitcoin chart before we move over to CRO, because we are now, it seems like, on the way up again. Not that long ago, we had this little breakout here on this trend line. So we are now again in an uptrend. And the cool thing, we also broke through this previous double top. So now it does seem at about 114. Bitcoin is feeling quite okay. It's feeling confident, feeling strong. Also helped by the fact that, for example, we have great numbers regarding inflation. Inflation is going up. Today, the PPI numbers came out, the CPI numbers came out. Inflation is rising to about 2.9%. What's exactly as expected. During the release of the numbers, you can see that the Bitcoin price went up quickly. That's typical behavior. Like a quick dump, and then we pump again. So overall trend is definitely still up for Bitcoin. And that's super important. That's like super important, because CRO doesn't live in a vacuum. If Bitcoin isn't pumping, like if the bull run is over for Bitcoin, guys, it's also over for Cronos. I'm going to be very honest there. Those two, there might be a small delay, but if like a clear trend to the downside, also Cronos is done for. And I think nobody here wants that. So Bitcoin, guys, still looking quite okay. What's this stream element? Hello? Okay, guys, don't click it. I don't know. I think it's not like a bot. Yeah, I think it should be fine. Welcome. How are you guys? I see Pete. I see me, myself. Bjorn is in the house today. Me, myself is double strapped in today as well. Gonna be a wild ride. I think it's a really wild ride. This week, guys, specifically has been crazy. Like crazy to the max. I want to quickly talk about this here, because you can see that CRO, it had a quick move up from 24 cents all the way up to about 28. You can see how it beautifully touched this red line. So far, the red line is the line of resistance for CRO. So we can't unfortunately break that one yet. And yesterday, not a strange move up. There is so little liquidity in the market, guys, for CRO. So it's ready to pump. You can see it wants to pump up higher. But unfortunately, it cannot sustain only 4-hour candle. So it's coming. I do believe it's coming soon. Today, a bit of a fake out. So I do believe we'll soon see also a true breakout to the upside. That's my belief, at least. But let's wait and see. I think, again, the market is looking very strong. Also, Ethereum. Ethereum is very, very stable. Very much like a stable coin. But I think it's getting ready to, you can see how it's slowly again getting ready for that move to the upside. That curvature that we're waiting for a true alt season. And talking about alt season, guys, you might have seen the stream title today. You might have seen also the picture in the thumbnail. And honestly, it is crazy. It is crazy. Let me quickly bring up, guys, the altcoin season index. Because I think today a few things happened on that front. A few things happened. You can see that if we take a look now at the altcoin season index, it's saying it's altcoin season. It's altcoin season, ladies and gentlemen. It's been how many days? It's been since December last year. We've been waiting since December of last year for an official altcoin season. And I would even go as far to say that last year's altcoin season wasn't even a true altcoin season. It was like a fake out. It showed a lot of promises, but no, didn't really sustain. This year, though, with also a potential Fed rate cut coming, the altcoin season might be a lot more real. You might really feel it in your personal wallet as well. It just surpassed 76. So you can see it's just beginning, because we can go a lot higher. I would like to show you quickly what happened, for example, in 2017 and 2018. It touched 100. Then also 2021 here. Went very close to at least 90. Oh, that's the one. This is the one. It went to at least 98 on the altcoin season index. So if we're only at level like 75, we can maybe compare it to this here. What day was this? It was the March 22nd. March 22nd of 2021. Let me bring up that one. Let me quickly fix also the cam. There we go. There we go. So March 22nd, right? March 22nd of 2021. Where was CRO trading back then? Where was CRO for March of 2021? Well, CRO wasn't near to its previous all-time high. You can see March, that was about here, at about 21 cents. So that we're now in altcoin season doesn't mean that the pump is over. I want to make that very clear. To me, it even sounds more like the pump is just beginning. It is just beginning. We can also have another dump in between. You can see that, right? We went to an altcoin season and we started a new dump. Can that happen? Well, of course it can. Of course it can. Kind of depends on Bitcoin at this moment, I would say. But so far, things are looking quite good. Also, time in the cycle-wise, I think we're getting ready for that final leg up. Welcome, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way in. We're now trading above 26 cents. Way up north, so welcome. Bitcoin will hit 125k in the next 2 weeks. I think it's actually not that unlikely. Of course, nobody has a true crystal ball, right? But I think Mr. North here, he's up to something. Again, we have been talking about this as well earlier. You can see for Bitcoin here, we're in kind of the same structure. You can see a touch on the lower bound, a second touch on the lower bound, and we go up again. Same thing happened this time again. Touch on the lower bound, second touch on the lower bound, and we go up again. We're getting now very close here to the upper trend line. This was a fake out, unfortunately, but this is getting very close. Above 115, I think CRO can fly. Or not CRO, Bitcoin. Hey, it's not a snake, so welcome. CRO, in my opinion, will be something similar to XRP. You know, a little XRP. $1 is just the beginning. I think so too, sir. I think so too. By the way, for all the new members, tomorrow the price prediction video will go live. It starts as members only. So please, if you see the video, do not spoil it to the rest, please. Don't come into the stream saying, hey, this is Coin Baron's price prediction. That will come. I will be posting it when the market heats up a bit more, because let me quickly explain this. When we saw CRO pumping not that long ago, like when we had this pump here, I saw a lot of new influencers come into the space, talk about CRO and CRO to $10, CRO to $20, CRO to... Guys, I'm bullish on CRO, right? I'm very bullish on CRO, but I'm not here to sell you dreams. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to actually talk some sense into you guys as well. Help each other, you know, become more realistic, get some profit. And if you're waiting for CRO to hit $20 this cycle, I think you're in the wrong place. I think you should be going to the casino, because it's not going to happen. $20, guys, is a fever dream, and I would love it. I would love it to happen, but the chances are so slim. So whenever, you know, we get another boost to the upside, I think it will come. It's inevitable, in my opinion. There will be another wave of new influencers coming in, crazy predictions. I want to bring some sense into the overall YouTube scene. So let's see. Forgive me for being the bear in the room, but I would expect to see a retracement to the low 20-cent mark before exploding upwards again. I don't know, Pete. I don't know. We got the 17th coming in soon. 17th is the upcoming rate cut. 25 basis points or 50. Both are okay in my opinion, but 25 is the most likely outcome. It might be a sell the news event. It might be a sell the news event. I'm gonna be honest there. It might be a sell the news event, but so far, things are still quite okay. Regarding the RSI, we got the RSI down below here. We almost went to the neutral zone again for CRO, but now, well, we're making a bit of a small bounce. A bit of a small bounce. Let's see though. 26 cents and a bit more. Again, guys, nobody here has a crystal ball. All we can do is truly take a look at what happened in the past. What are the trends? And to me, it does kind of feel like we do see a bit of a trend reversal now. I was also taking a look at the liquidation levels for CRO. And the liquidation levels are all... there are a few here just below 24. But overall, it's very little. Like, it's not like with Bitcoin. Not like a true magnet. Nicholas, welcome, welcome, welcome. If everything goes well, we're getting a total of 75 basis point cut from September until the end of the year. It's late. It's very late, but it's definitely going into the right direction. Good to see you, Nicholas. Good to see you, sir. Good to see all of you, by the way. I'm so glad that all the people that, you know, are in here, they survived the bear market. Not everyone survived the bear market. I feel very bad. Some people sold in December, and I feel bad for them. Not in December. They sold in like March. They lost hope. They lost faith, and it's not because the price wasn't moving, guys. Sometimes we see something called time-based capitulation, and that's the thing. This cycle is different for altcoins than others. For Bitcoin, the cycle is pretty much the same. Even though we did have an all-time high before the halving. Overall, for Bitcoin, things are pretty much the same. But for altcoins, it feels like very, very, very slow. Ethereum just made an all-time high last month. That is kind of unheard of. So, will we get a longer cycle? Maybe. It's a bit of a different cycle. So far, though, things are also playing out, for Bitcoin at least, quite similarly. And also, I would say for CRO, am I seeing that big differences? Not really. Take a look. Wave, 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 another wave. It's all playing out in the same manner. Mr. Vlog, welcome, welcome. Ryan, welcome. Where's your price prediction? Tomorrow. Mr. North, you have to thank Mr. Cliff. He's a true legend. He came in, but he had to barbecue, so food first. Food first. What's happening with Crow like this minute? Let me quickly grab a different chart. I've been taking a look, guys, at KCS recently, because KCS is a different exchange token linked to the KuCoin exchange. And I find this really interesting. I find the KCS token really interesting because the KCS token is basically like Crow, but one cycle older. KCS went live in 2017, got to an all-time high of about $21, and then it went down all the way. 98%. It went down 98%. Could you imagine going through that? Losing 98% of your portfolio, of your net worth. Imagine you went to about $1 million here, and then you went back to 20k. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And then the thing is, if you hold on, if you waited for 4 years, started really late, started in January of 2021, it went to a new all-time high. And now it's actually doing a bit better. And I think KCS will be a great example of how CRO can be in the next cycle as well. It went down only 90%. 90% is one altcoin quite okay. Bitcoin went down 80%. So maybe we'll see something very similar appear with CRO and Crypto.com, of course. Let's see. This is one of the subjects for my price prediction video, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. Pete, hit the like button on the way out as well if you have to leave. That's a good reminder, sir. Very good reminder. Welcome, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, strap in, of course. Today, it's altcoin season officially. So if you have been holding altcoins through the bear market, your time is just coming. Your time is just coming any minute now. Good to have you guys still in here. Yeah, absolutely, Pete. Cliff is a gifting machine. Panic Button TV game show. Evening Coin Baron, love the show as always. CRO all the way to the moon. The blue one. I think it was a red moon last week, wasn't it? I haven't seen the red moon myself. I couldn't. Good to have you there, sir. Panic Button. Push the button. Haitian Beast saying $20 is very possible. Could you explain your thinking, please? Could you explain your thought process there, Mr. Beast? I can explain you mine. Let me do that first. And then you can come back, of course. So let me go to CoinMarketCap quickly. Or let me bring up this site here instead. Let's say Bitcoin. No, let's say CRO goes to the value of Ethereum. CRO goes to the value of Ethereum. Ethereum is the biggest altcoin ever. Oh well, since XRP went down one notch. But basically, Cronos would have to overtake Ethereum. Would do more than a 70x. I don't think it's possible, sir. I honestly don't think we can overtake Ethereum this cycle. It's very unlikely. But hey, I wouldn't say no. Again, I wouldn't say no. Good to have you though, sir. Moto Lifer, welcome, welcome. KCS doesn't have sell pressure. CRO's dumping cashback rewards. To fan though, how do you say this? By the way, KCS is also being gifted to many people, but I keep hearing this argument. But where do you? The question, of course, is, and we won't know, unfortunately, for Crypto.com because Crypto.com is a private company. But aren't they also buying CRO from the market? That's the big question, of course, though, isn't it? That's the big question. I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. But if we only had sell pressure, the price would be down, right? Like down, down, down. I can show an example of a token that basically only has rewards. And it's painful because I hold on to some of those tokens. Let me bring up the site. How's it called again? I lost the name of it. Gecko chain. I can't. I don't know how it's called. Ampli token. There we go. There we go, guys. So here we got the Ampli token. The Ampli token sounds fine, right? You can see it pumped quite nicely in dollars. But if you zoom out, you can see the Ampli token here. The Ampli token is a true reward token. The only thing you can do with it is stake it or sell it. This is how sell pressure sounds like, feels like. It went down. It went down minus 100%. Is that even possible? Okay, 99.43%. That's quite crazy. I hold on to some tokens. I got them here thinking, oh, well, they might be going a bit higher. This token is on Cronos ZK EVM. It's linked to the Ampli Finance platform, really good platform. But this token has a market cap now of only $41,000. $41,000. It will be so easy now to bring this up to a new higher value, but I don't dare to, because you can see the fully diluted value here. You still have a lot of Ampli tokens locked up to potentially give us rewards. Sup, guys? Have I missed anything because I'm avoiding X after yesterday? Did you sell back the H-bar, Mr. Action? Welcome, guys. So overall, I'm quite happy with the price action so far. Again, Bitcoin is looking quite good. Am I celebrating it yet, though? No, not yet, because Bitcoin needs to surpass this level, 115. And I would like to see a few daily closes above it. At least 4, but at this point. If we get 4 daily closes above 115, I'm getting ready my champagne. Cold champagne, guys. That's the best. That's the best. Soko? What's Soko? Matt Breezy saying there's a good amount of liquidation down to the 20-cent mark. I think even like it starts like truly getting bad at about 17 cents, but it might be 20 cents now as well. Sometimes, guys, the liquidation levels also change. People add liquidity or add collateral. But yeah. Let's see. Again, guys, I'm mainly bullish so far. We're now trading at about 26 cents. Let me go to the 50-minute chart while we're watching here live. I was taking a look here if we could see a trend. I don't really think it's a good trend. Maybe a little. Bit of a fake out here, but also fake out there. So let's see. Let's see how it will play out. So far, we have been trading nicely above this line. So maybe, guys, maybe this is the start of something cool. Still, though, I want to see a good flip above 28 cents. I think once we flip, have a bullish flip above 28 cents, we could easily go towards 32. And then maybe even higher levels. Let's see. Can you change? Can you see change from CRO rewards to the stablecoin once it comes? I don't know. I don't know if they want that. I don't think they want. I think it's a strategic choice to give CRO. I think it's a strategic choice because they also want you to get into the CRO ecosystem. So even though you might only sell it, at least you had a little bit of taste for the CRO token. Maybe many people do this, by the way. They hold on to the CRO. Think, well, it's only a small amount. Maybe we're talking $2, $3, $20 every month. So it's a relatively small amount. Instead of selling it, sometimes they hold on to it, and then they get those notifications like, hey, CRO is up 20%. Hey, CRO is up 10% more. CRO is down 20%. They might get like a little bit invested into CRO, and that might be the start. The same reason also, we haven't really talked about this much recently, but have you guys heard about the news regarding Truth Social? Truth Social is now getting Cronos. You can, if you are using the platform in the US at least, if you're using the platform, so for example, you watch a movie, you post a tweet, or you, I think, engage with other tweets, you can earn gems. You can earn gems on the platform. And I think currently you can convert them 1-to-1. And if you convert them, you get free CRO. You get free CRO, ladies and gentlemen. So a great way to start earning, get into the, and also get, you know, into the crypto.com ecosystem. Unfortunately, I can't really show you I can show you Truth Social, but I can't show you how the gems work, only available in the US. Hey, John. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Strapped in. How do you like the rewards on the IC White coin, Baron? I'm in love with it now. The 4% is so good. Unfortunately, starting the 2nd of August, they will be removing the Amazon Prime. So currently I'm getting free Amazon Prime. They will be removing that, but 4%, guys. At least in the EU, 4% here for the IC White. Didn't have to stake anything, just a similar old bag. I'm very happy with it. I'm honestly very happy with it. I'm not going to unstake, by the way. I still want to go to the airport launch, for example. Also, great benefits. Ains is asking, what is Binance afraid of with listing CRO? I don't think they are afraid of anything. Or, well, maybe they are afraid of their market share. Maybe they're afraid of their market share. Let me bring this up quickly to you, Mr. Ains. Take a look at the market share of Crypto.com. We have Crypto.com here in the purple, the upper one. You can see that at the beginning of the year, Crypto.com was big. You can see here, about 12% market share, while Binance had about 35. Almost halfway, not halfway, a third, basically a third of the Binance market share. Now though, we're talking about basically 5% and 40% for Binance. I do believe that once retail is coming back, you can see, right, beginning of the year, $2.2 trillion total volume, lot of retail trading, memes, Trump, Melania token, all those tokens were traded then. I think in the upcoming months, retail is going to be more active also, and this might be growing. Crypto.com might become the number 2 again. Currently, I think it's number 4 or number 5. It might become the number 2 regarding trading volume. And they might get even more market share. In Europe, guys, crazy marketing. I do believe, though, that if you take a look at the Binance marketing, crazy partnership with Cristiano Ronaldo. But I don't know, Cristiano's getting old, and he's also not really that much in the picture anymore. I mean, today it's Mbappe, and I don't know the football guys anymore that well. But the big stars these days, they still play at Real Madrid, they still play at Paris Saint-Germain, they still play at Manchester City, etc. So they're partnering with the old people. I think the next generation doesn't want Ronaldo anymore. They want, you know, other stuff. But still, though, I grew up with Ronaldo at United and at Real Madrid. So, of course, my generation, they want to still... They still know him, of course. They still know him. Number 1 vid gamer. I'm from the Netherlands. Where are you from, sir? Kind of funny. So quite a lot of people actually want to see CRO go below 20 cents. Just, you know, to get some cheap CRO again. I don't know. At this point, I would be fine if we just start pumping again. We have waited long enough, isn't it? Mr. Ripper, welcome, sir. Question. My arena unlocked in October. Will I have time? October 20th. Let me check, V8 Freak, because we have a chart. I need to search for it, though, so give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. I need to find the Bitcoin chart. So according here to this chart we have with timelines, we do expect a CRO all-time high. I don't know if you like this answer. I don't know if you like this answer, Mr. VA Freak. According to this chart, we will have the all-time high for CRO exactly on the 20th of October. Exactly on the 20th. So will you be in time? It depends. What time did you log? Like 1 in the morning? Nah, you will have time. Again, guys, I will say it again. I will say it again. Nobody is going to sell the exact peak. I literally know no one that sold past 95 cents. This is basically impossible. Nobody does that. Nobody. If you sell here, at about 60 cents or 75. You still have a great exit. You have a great exit. So focus on that. Don't focus on maybe losing out on that little top here. Don't try to be the 1%. Be that clever 20%. Please. Please do so. Again, no financial advice. If you know what you're doing, do what you do. But don't try to game the system. Because the system will game you. Hey, Fit in Crypto. Welcome, welcome. How's life, Fit in Crypto? Yeah, so I think a good comment here by Pete is like, yeah, so my personal timeline is saying October. 20th of October, all-time high for CRO. And we'll see an all-time high for Bitcoin only 13th of October. So 2 weeks earlier. Or 1 week earlier. About 1 week earlier, maybe 2 weeks. But it might be an extended cycle. We don't know that much, unfortunately. If you would ask it to CEO Chris, he would be saying that, well, the cycles have ended, so don't pay too much attention to the previous cycles anymore. Although I am a big fan of cycles, so let's see. Cycles give you a bit of predictability. They give you historic values, so let's see. XGen sold his original H-bar back. And that wasn't CRO back to H-bar. Okay. You've been flip-flopping a bit. Nice, sir. I don't know the current value now of H-bar, unfortunately. Number one Vic gamer, I will definitely give it True Social, or give it a try. I am from the US. Okay. Nice, sir. Nice. So if you do want to try out True Social with the free Truth gems, you do need to get the paid subscription. You have to become a Patriot. It will cost you $10 a month. I don't know. Nobody, I think, knows yet if it's worth it and how you can actually earn the most amount of gems. I think you might need to have a big account. I don't know, unfortunately. I don't know if it's like based on your personal engagement or if it's based on the amount of followers you have. So let's see. Currently though, I've seen some good payouts already for gems to CRO. So might be a good platform, guys. Might be a good platform. $10 a month. I think you can earn that back with CRO. I think you can. Bjorn is saying, well, the previous all-time high has been in November 24th. So, based on the previous cycle, maybe again in November. That's also definitely worth, yeah, definitely a good one. Personally, I think that it might be a bit earlier because the halving has been a month earlier. The previous halving was in April. And the year before that, it was in May. So the 4-year cycle, guys, is not exactly 4 years. It's 3 years and I think 50 weeks-ish. Come on, crew. Stay above 28 cents, please. Or 26 cents. Let's see. I think it's actually quite interesting how this little pattern will play out here. It might even be a bit different. I might even draw it like this here. Let's see though. So far, it's interesting to see how the price action of CRO behaves because like this is mental. This is honestly mental. Why do you go back to 28 cents and then all the way down to 25? Like, who's buying and who's selling? I honestly, I want to know what kind of parties are buying and selling, especially because it was so quick. I want to quickly show you guys the 1 hour chart. I want to show you the 1 minute chart. What happened yesterday was minutes, like 50 minutes. I didn't even have time to bring up my crypto.com app because it was moving so quickly. It was moving so quickly. And yesterday, I kind of missed that, but also it was quick, wasn't it? I was sleeping during this time. I was talking to Jojo, or he was talking to us in the Discord, and he was saying, well, there's one thing, Coin Baron. Cronos pumps at 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. So when when the market wakes up in the US, or, you know, when when Chris wakes up. And I think this is exactly when Chris wakes up. Okay, it took about 21 minutes to go up 7%. So I don't know who's doing this. Why is it spiking so quickly? And also, who's selling? This might be hunting for longs. That might be potential here. Or for shorts, I mean. Many people shorting CRO. Well, very unwise. Very unwise in my personal opinion. I don't do leverage, guys, much with CRO. It's so dangerous. Evie, welcome. Good to see you, sir. That's a Robin NFT or Robin logo. Imagining 50 cents is the new low for the coming years for crypto.com. I don't know. I don't know if 50 cents, it might be a bit high. Again, if you take a look at other tokens like Bitcoin, Bitcoin went down quite significantly. Bitcoin went down from 69 to 50, 77%. Really, guys, it's quite substantial. So again, I do expect, I think maybe this cycle will only see a 60% dump, like maybe. If Bitcoin goes down 60% from the peak, and I don't know where the peak will be, I think consensus is pretty much about 50k for Bitcoin. If it goes down about 60%, it might go to about 55. Maybe even 60. I think that would be very fair. Basically retesting the previous all-time high of 2021. Number one Vic gamer might give it a try, Truth Social. I will let you know if it's a plus or a minus whenever I do. Yeah, I'm actually really interested if you can actually make a good buck out of it. Also, the whole payment system, who's paying for the CRO? I made a video about it yesterday, and I think it's really important, guys, to understand that Truth Social is a public company. If they have CRO on the balance sheet, well, we'll see that during the quarterly earnings report. So is that the case? I think we can see that there then on the balance. And they have, I think, 2 bags of CRO. They recently bought 684 million CRO, but it's all being staked. It's locked and staked on crypto.com. Then they also have a second bag. They have a second bag of CRO. We don't know how much, we don't know where, we don't know how. Big question, we don't know how it's paid for. But they apparently have a bag of CRO to give away. Or maybe it's done with crypto.com. I don't know. It's maybe a bit of a question. I'm looking forward to see the quarterly earnings for Trap Media. So I will be checking it out, guys. I think that should be... Yeah, so we're getting close to ending September. So close to ending Q3. Stacy, welcome. Yeah, Bitcoin is honestly looking quite good. Also, I'm a bit jealous. I'm a bit jealous, guys. I think yesterday you can see that BNB went to a new all-time high. BNB went above 900, 910, 920. I don't know exactly how high it went, but Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, Binance is killing it. iTrust Capital also now carries CRO in America, Godsfrom is saying. I saw it, yeah. I don't know. I haven't really heard about iTrust yet. Is it big? Is it small? Is it significant? I have no clue. From what I hear from my American friends, it's like, yeah, it's Robinhood and it's Fidelity, and then I don't know. Can you even trade at Fidelity? I don't know. I need to learn my American markets better. Anyone notice that as Coin Baron started streaming, that the CRO price is dropping? Yes. But it's all about the end, right? When we end the stream, How high is it then? Who's selling? Stop selling, please. Statistically, we should put a 25x short on Crow when comparing his life. Joseph is saying, think dollars, not cents. I love that quote. I think that quote should be used more often. I really believe it should be used more often. Come on, go off 26 cents again. We believe in you, Crow. You can do it. There we go, 26 cents. There we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Chris promises dollars. Dollars we will get. I kind of think like sometimes Chris is like Santa. And Santa loves to come with surprises. Occasionally cheap Crow can only be a good thing for the straggler who haven't got in yet. Exactly. I kind of think that, like, if you're very honest, guys, I like the prices to pump, right? That's, everybody likes prices to pump. But to be honest, would you buy in after such a big pump? I would be very scared. I would be like, no, I missed it. But now you might be thinking, well, it dropped about 40%. A 40% drop in crypto is quite usual. Might this be a good entry moment? Who knows? Maybe. I think for many people that would make a lot of sense, right? The only thing which I don't like, and I think many people also have the same issue, if you have level up on these cards, you get like a Netflix rebate or a Spotify rebate. And previously, when Crow was about 10 cents, Netflix is about $10, so you would get about, do I say it right? Yeah, well, about 1,000, no, about 100 Crow. No. Yeah, 100 Crow. You get about 100 Crow for Netflix. Now, if you get a rebate for Netflix, you only get like half. Like 50? I feel like my math is off now. No, I'm right. So to me, it does feel like the subscription has become worse because, well, you get a lot less Crow. But of course, guys, the buying power of Crow has increased. So it's like reverse inflation. Reverse inflation. Hey, Marty, good to see you, sir. The 313 guy. Is that the previous Greek? Welcome, sir. I haven't seen you before. I think I've seen you on a comment, so good to see you in the live stream as well. Pete is thinking about 15 to 20 cents. That would be honestly a very, very good like upside low for Crow. If Crow can sustain that, boom. Like it's a lot more serious as a token. Johnny Fold, at what price do you feel the Crow will be? At what price do you feel that Crow will be? I need. Sorry, my English today. A new bottom for the coming years, or let's say the coming months. Yeah, I kind of agree with Pete there. I kind of agree with that 15 to 20 cents. It would be a good move up. Like previously, you can see, right? Previous cycle, unfortunately, this one doesn't have it. We went to about 5 cents. About 5 cents for Crow. The cycle before that was about 2.7, I think. That was the low. I think here you can see it. This was the low here, 2.4 cents. So basically we've doubled the low. If you can double it again from 5 to 10, that would be good. But I think we need a bit more. We need more buying power during the bear. And I think, that's a bit of speculation here, I think the treasury company with the credit lines could help it up, sustain the price. But of course, I need to learn more about the treasury company, how it will be buying, how the OTC will be done, basically. Ah, you changed the name. Okay. I kind of knew it. Do we still think burn and stablecoin is coming for Q3? The burn wasn't, I think, planned for Q3. It was planned for the second half. I don't know. JC, that one is like Cronos Lab doesn't have a roadmap anymore, like true deliverables. Regarding the stablecoin, I think it's almost ready. It's ready to go live. I hope so. It will be a crazy catalyst. We have this speculation, guys, in the Discord that Tuesdays now have become announcement day at crypto.com. Tuesday, we got level up. Tuesday, we got the treasury. So next Tuesday, stablecoin. Also, I think it makes a lot of sense from like a business point of view. You don't want to release things on a Monday because Monday people are coming back to work. You don't want to release things on a Friday because on Friday, just before the weekend, you don't release things on the weekend. On Tuesday, people have come into work. They actually know, okay, we're ready now. We can release it on Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, we can still fix it or help people or train people if needed. So Tuesday, release day. Also from like a business point of view, it makes a lot of sense. So we have three more Tuesdays in September in Q3. Stablecoin next Tuesday or the one after. I think it will be quite likely. I think it's planned, and so far the roadmap has been followed quite closely. One thing though, the banking was late. The banking came 1 quarter late. The banking now in the US is live. You can get 5% yield on cash. Crazy. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. If I take a look at my bank, guys, I can't get 5%. Not at all. I'm getting close to, I think 2. I think 2 is on the high side. I think 1.5 now. That's why I don't have fiat. The yield on fiat is so bad. It's honestly, it's ridiculous. I knew actually when my parents were, you know, a bit younger, and when I was younger, they could actually live, let's say, based on interest. Interest was 20%, give or take at some point in time. Now it's no longer the case. Like interest is 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky. No, but it's the thing is, guys, like governments, they can't pay it anymore. Governments cannot pay for all the high yields for the state-owned debt. And therefore, also banks are they can't sustain it either. They can't sustain it either. Can you tell us if CRO isn't listed on Binance? CRO isn't listed, Rob. We haven't. It's not listed because basically Crypto.com and Binance are enemies. We talked about this a bit earlier, but basically, take a look here again. You can see here, Crypto.com is in the purple. Binance is in the yellow or the orange. And at some point, guys, Crypto.com was the number 2 exchange. And I think it will become it again. And CRO is, of course, heavily linked to Binance or to Crypto.com. So maybe in the future, it might change. In the end, guys, I'm going to be very honest. It's all about money. Don't think like it's all charity, all the exchanges. Even Crypto.com, in the end, it's a business. And it's all about cash, income. And trading fees are massive. But the thing about trading fees for Cronos specifically, not that many people are trading CRO. No, not at all. Very little trading volume for Cronos. Therefore, also, the trading fees, even though for some exchanges like Crypto.com, it's quite juicy, I don't think it's worth it really for Binance. But well, maybe it will become in the future. At some point, maybe it becomes too big to ignore. And at that point, you might want to list Cronos as well. But that's not yet happening. Not yet happening. Hitting crypto, some will see it now. Some others will see it later regarding the potential for CRO. You know, time will tell. And at this moment, Cronos is again above 26 cents. Let's go. Big shout out, by the way, to all the sponsors again. Obsidian Swap and also Wolf Swap, guys. You guys are rocking. We can actually do this full time now. So this is honestly a dream coming true. Ramos, welcome. If you had 100k CRO, where would you put it? In a supercharger or stake on DeFi? If I had 100k CRO, I don't give any financial advice. Personally, what I do myself at this point, I don't know what's your strategy, Ramos. What do you want to do? Do you want to sell? Do you want to keep it for years? Personally, I'm thinking about selling, right? I think I've been quite clear about that. I want to sell near the top. I want to sell near the top. I want to get like a Lamborghini, like Ramos has. I wouldn't choose the blue Lamborghini, like diamond blue. No, I would get like a nice orange Lamborghini. But I personally use the supercharger mainly because supercharger gives you a yield. It's not much, about 2%. Well, you know, it's 2% risk free, or with very little risk. Joseph would use the supercharger or the Cronos ecosystem basket. I don't know. I find the basket itself a bit risky. I'm not really into the meme coins myself, and a big part of the basket is meme coins, so I'm staying away from the baskets a bit. But I get where you're coming from, Joseph. Peter's saying, think of it this way. If you're Trump and you have bought it at about 50 cents and you won't be very happy if the price drops below this. That's why I don't think it will see a low or something lower than 15 cents. That also makes a lot of sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I think honestly it's a good point as well. So for anyone that doesn't know what Peter's talking about, there was a big deal between Crypto.com and also Trump Media. And Trump Media bought at 15.3 cents. They bought CRO 15.3 cents. At this moment, they are now up about, I think, 60-70% on their money. They bought in for $100 million, and now it's worth about 180 US million. So Trump Media is in big profit. Coinbaron, what's your CRO selling strategy? I mean, I think I will sell every 5 cents starting 80 cents. What do you think about that? I've talked a bit about this. I don't really like the fixed approach, like every five cents. It's a safe way, but I kind of like to take a look at like levels. By the way, if you want to sell at 80 cents, sell at 79.99999 or 79.9, and like the round, you won't get the round numbers. The round numbers are too popular. They're too popular. But basically, what I do, I have a few levels here. You can see those. I'm not selling at those, but I'm just looking at those as major support or resistance. So let's say you would say 65 cents. I would sell at 62 cents. I'm not selling at 62. Well, I told to my wife, the wife to be, by the way, the coin baroness, because we have the wedding wallet, we need to sell at about 60, I think $66 cents or euro cents. I'm not entirely sure anymore. But yeah, I would take a look at those levels like historic support or resistance. And we also have things like Fibonacci. I love Fibonacci. When I was a kid and we had the first year of mathematics in school, like seeing how those structures work was mind-blowing. How long till my green card comes? Too long. You can install, by the way, if you have like an iPhone or an Android phone. By the way, what do you guys think about the new iPhone 17? About the colors, the design? I've seen a few messages like if Steve Jobs was still around, he would be like with his eyeballs, like no. We'll just stop that. Yeah, if you have your iPhone or Google, you can actually use Apple Pay or. Wait a minute, you live in the UK, right? So I've heard some issues there with Google Pay. Not entirely sure. You can use Curve though. Joseph saying we'll never be able to buy CRO on 16 cents again. It might be the case, guys. It might be honestly the case. I think also from like diminished returns and also diminished losses point of view. I like the argumentation though by Pete. Out of all the crypto YouTubers, who do you think has the funniest video profile pictures? The funniest video profile pictures? To be honest, Matt Breezy, I don't really look at a lot of different like content creators other than the crypto report, but they don't really have like a profile picture. Benjamin Cowan has like the he has had the same hat for years. I kind of think it's funny at this point. What do you think, Matt Breezy? I don't know. You might tell me because I think you watch a lot more than I do. I'm still waiting. Mr. O, welcome. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for your card? What kind of card do you order? The plus one? The pro one? The private one? Oh, guys, I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for tickets. I'm waiting for tickets for the Champions League. I would love to get some tickets for the Champions League again. Or maybe Formula 1 as well. That would be crazy. Please remember that the card must be ordered separately and does not come automatically as before. Oh, I think it's like a button, right? You have to press ship or send or... Lake City Snow, green credit card took about 15 business days. 15 business days? That's like 3 whole weeks. Jeez. I think though the whole cards guys have become a lot more popular now. Thanks to the credit card, also thanks to the level up campaign. It's pretty wild. People are finding out about crypto.com and they're like, oh, wait a minute, they actually have quite decent rewards. Like, hey, this might be better than my credit card currently has to offer. Especially in Europe, by the way. In Europe, we're not really used to credit card rewards. So in Europe, I was like, is this a thing? Is this a thing, guys? Like cash back on spending? What? And we people in the Netherlands, we love discount. And this is like the ultimate discount machine. No way, Lake City. You got all the credit cards and regular cards up to the IC, and they all took about 15 days. How did you get all the cards? I'm already quite jealous, man, because I have like this little thing here. I still want to get the Ruby. I think the Ruby is achievable. I kind of want the Midnight for shits and giggles, but I'm jealous. The IC White is cool. It's getting quite expensive. The Rose Gold, though, I'm curious how it looks like. And of course the Obsidian and the Prime card is also coming in Q3. The Prime card. Probably made out of titanium or something like that. Hey Daniel, welcome. Is the debit card still an option? Can somebody tell Daniel? I'm not entirely sure, unfortunately, guys, because I can't order the credit card. I can't order the debit card or credit card. So do you have the choice? Like when you start the level up, do you have like a choice? Do you choose between credit card or debit, or can you get both? Like previously I knew you can get both, but if you're a new user, can you get either one, or like can you choose? I've maybe seen some people say, well, you can't choose anymore. I'm not entirely sure though. I'm not an Apple customer. No iPhone for Pete. You know, guys, what I'm waiting for, like phone wise, that would be like a dream come true. You got this trifold. So you have a foldable phone, which you can not only fold at once, but you can also fold it another time, a trifold. And apparently Samsung is coming with it this month. So I'm really curious. Huawei also has one, and I'm in love because like this is okay, but this is like the old phone design. We're waiting now for new phones, and I think like the trifold mechanism, then you really have like an actual phone and tablet in one. But let's see. I'm Still a bit curious about the grease in the phones. I'm a bit of a tech geek. I'm sorry. Hey, Random at West. I finally caught up. Do you get the free stuff if you get the ICY? Yes. Yes, Johnny. Yes, you do. You do, sir. You get a whole box. Let me bring you the box. The box with goodies. Guys, I got a whole review out there, but this is the box you get. It's quite a heavy box. And if you open the box... How do I open the box? Oh, by the way, if you like unboxings, we'll have the Solana Seeker phone coming out soon. If you open the box, I think it should be... No. Wait a minute. I need to open it. I don't want to break it, guys. I break enough stuff on stream already. If you open up the box, it will show you the card by Chris. Crypto.com private. That's also, I think, why they choose the private name. They don't have to create new boxes. Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it? Honestly, I love the design. I'm never going to throw this away. This will be part of my little, little stream room forever. Okay, according to Random, yes, you need to go to the card settings and request a physical card. You have to request it manually now. Okay. And Joseph saying, you get a wife? No Lamborghini then for you, sir. What about a Maserati then? Maserati okay with the wife? Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for coming in today. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way in or out, whatever. It is now 10 p.m. Amsterdam time. We'll continue for a little bit. We are here every Thursday and every Sunday, by the way, 9 p.m. Amsterdam time. So if you're just joining in, well, try again next week. Lake City. I started from the first card and worked my way up. If you just buy the top card, they won't allow you to get any cards under it. True that, so. Well, I've been thinking about this. My girlfriend, she had the card. But she unstaked it, so now I think she could get like the Midnight Blue. She could order the Midnight Blue for like a $50 fee. And then you have to pay a $50 fee for every card you want to order. So it's quite expensive. But we could do it. We could do it maybe. We could maybe do it. Imagine getting so many rewards that you require obsidian. I think it's... that's hard to do, sir. I think it's really hard. $500,000 in rewards? I don't see it happen. I don't see it happening. That's the thing, though. Joseph is right. Well, is Joseph right? Joseph is saying every millionaire started with nothing. I think some millionaires, they got very lucky with the family they were born in. Like family money. But let's see. I'm in general, though, I'm really like the self-made millionaires. I have so much respect for them. And I already see it, guys. Like, I think many people in this chat are going to be quite successful in life, but also I think in this cycle, because you pay, you do the extra thing, right? You go the extra mile. You go the extra mile to do research, to really get invested into something. Well, most of your peers, they don't care about changing wealth. They see money as a necessary evil. But unfortunately, guys, money is also a tool to change your life if necessary, or if you want it. So you guys, I think many will be successful, and I think whenever you might get that Lamborghini or that Maserati, or just a nice house, or a happy family, or you go maybe on the additional vacation, or just debt free, I don't know, whatever your goal is in life, right? People will always be jealous or say things like, yeah, you got lucky with crypto, or you didn't get lucky. I've seen Pete here for at least 100 streams. I've seen Kermit for at least 100 more streams, and I've seen so many people, and also people just coming in as well. Like, they're going the extra mile. They are seeing CRO dump like 30% and are also potentially getting a good entry. And talking about getting a good entry, guys, as I mentioned, we don't stop the stream before CRO is going back above this line. 26 cents 11 now. 26 cents 11. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh yeah, that's a great goal. Peter's talking about the yacht as well. And apparently, guys, when Peter's getting a yacht, he's going to put CRO on the side. I'm willing to how do you say that in English? If you throw a bottle of champagne against a ship, how do you call that? I'm giving it a name. In Dutch, we call it a schipdopen. I use a Ruby debit card all the time. So yes, they are still available. Okay. But the question is, if you are getting a credit card right in the Midwest, can you also still get a debit card? I think that's the question. Lake City is saying, I couldn't find the option for a regular card. I think they're pushing the credit cards right now. And they will then they will roll out more regular personal banking and business banking later. Okay, so according to Lake City, guys, if you now get level up, you will get by default at least the credit card option in the US. Interesting. I know a lot of people don't like credit cards because of the credit. Credit is, I think, double-edged sword. Like, you can use it for good, but also for bad stuff. Also, like, pay now. Oh no, buy now, pay later. I think buy now, pay later should be... Oh, it's not good, man. Especially for the young folks now. They want to buy a lot of stuff. They want to buy that new iPhone. They shouldn't. They should be working first. Peter's saying, my aspiration is to get the Brax phone. The privacy-focused phone that helps protect you from data theft by those crappy data brokers. I should be looking into that. Brax phone. Never. Did any one of you guys hear about this Brax phone before? Guys, I'm so happy. Today we're celebrating that we are now going into freaking altcoin season. We're going into altcoin season, guys, still. 76. We've been waiting for this for more than a year. And for true altcoin season, we've been waiting for basically 3 years now. Are you ready for what's just about to happen, guys? It's so crazy. And again, we went into altcoin season the previous time in... Wait, this is wrong. I'm talking about this one here. Went into altcoin season in March of 2021, but we still went so much higher. We can't stay in altcoin season for a prolonged time. We went into altcoin season here, starting in March, and we left it in June of the next year. No, wait, huh? This is crazy, you know, if I look at this. Was there no altcoin season? There was a small altcoin season here during the... Ah, okay, wait a minute. There was a very small altcoin season during the CRO dollar, the CRO to $1 peak, and the Bitcoin bull run as well. I need to take a little look really at altcoin season index. It's gonna be a video, guys, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. But yeah, it's basically, guys, we can go a lot higher. We can go definitely a lot higher than this. Hey Baron, you said once there was no, next to no crypto or capital tax in the Netherlands. Oh, that definitely is a capital tax. That definitely is a capital tax, but no capital gains tax. If you make $1 million with crypto, or if you have $1 million, you know, in stocks, it doesn't matter. But if you start at zero and you get $1 million, you're not going to pay like 20% on that million you gained. You're going to pay, I think, like 1% on the million you have in total. So it's not the best. I think the best is like go to a no tax haven like Monaco, or I think the Bermuda Triangle is also interesting these days. But you have to ask a financial advisor there. I'm no financial advisor, unfortunately. So try scrolling to the left. Even though I don't have the credit card, it's the first thing that comes up on the phone. So random is maybe saying if you keep scrolling, you might get into the debit card. Unfortunately, guys, I can't check. Okay, I got a question here by God's Promise. Question regarding the IC White. I only have invested $17,000 because I've had it since the good old days. Would it be worth it since I don't have much to upgrade the Obsidian if the price goes higher? If you don't want to sell God's Promise, then why not? It's better cashback. It's the best rewards possible. But if you want to sell, well, then of course, no. Depends on your time horizon, I guess. Just remember, folks, while Coin Baron's breaking his Crypto.com box, he's not breaking technology for the stream. We're still here. We're still here. What are the odds for a super cycle? I think 10%. So Johnny's asking regarding the package by Crypto.com. What's the size? Are they tight? The tight fit? I think when you order it, Johnny, they will ask you what's your size, and they will give you, I think, the American sizes as the example. So personally, I think I got the M. I've got a video, and I think I talked in a video about my personal size and also the actual fit I got. So check out that video. So the best I think I can say. Kermit, don't forget to join the Discord, guys. Good reminder. Don't forget to join the Discord and hit the like button. Binance started it in the Holland. What did they start? The cards? I think Crypto.com was truly the first mover in the card space. That's also why Crypto.com is the biggest regarding cards. Lake City, I've been buying CRO since 2018. I've preached for years for everyone to buy, but no one listened. Now they call me. My answer is, we are still early. Anything under $1 buying is the buying price. I have a similar story, actually, Lake City. So I've been talking about this for years, and at some point, I heard from a friend of mine, like, hey, I got into CRO. Yeah, I saw this thing was pumping. So he bought in here. He bought at exactly 20 cents. And it went down all the way back to about like 7. So I was like, yeah, okay. Now I've got a friend, and he's like saying to me, he gave me bad financial advice. And I was like, yeah, I would say just wait. You bought at a relatively high moment because I've been talking about CRO for like forever. And you decided to buy in yourself at about 20. So, but yeah, I was thinking back then also that we could sustain the pump to even higher levels. But unfortunately, it had to wait until where we are now. Going to buy a bike. A bike? A bike? Is that like a Swedish bike? I have no clue what it is. Fitting Crypto. I appreciate the positive vibes. Same to you, brother. I will be releasing videos on my rags to riches story when it creates $1. I think it's good, guys, that we share some positive vibes from once in a while, because, you know, it's a lot of pain. It's a lot of pain in the waiting room here. Gonna be the CRO boat. So Fitting Crypto, apply for the credit card. He will find out in about 10 days. Let us know, Fitting Crypto. I'm really curious. I need 2 of those crow cap hats for my sons. I think you can buy them, but I think they're quite expensive in the store. And honestly, I don't really like wearing the Crypto.com hat because it's so in your face. Like it says Crypto.com, and especially if I go outside, guys, I don't want the whole world to know I'm, using crypto. It's kind of scary, I think, because you don't know what happens. Even though you don't own much crypto, or if you do own much crypto, of course, it's a bit of a risk. So think about that, of course. Think about, your personal safety as well. How come there's a dedicated season for altcoins? I don't get it. Why people buy at the season and not before the season? They still buy in the season as well. It's about relative strength. So altcoins are now outperforming Bitcoin in general, and it makes a lot of sense. Take a look at the Crow Bitcoin chart. Crow Bitcoin. Where's Crow Bitcoin? I don't know what Crow Bitcoin is. Anyways, BNB Bitcoin. BNB Bitcoin is now outperforming Bitcoin again. Like, it's... altcoins are stronger now than Bitcoin. That's why we have these dedicated seasons. It's a de-googled phone. I've had a de-googled phone in the past, and it was annoying because the thing is, the Play Store is what connects many services, unfortunately. But I do need the Play Store for many services. I think even... I don't know if Crypto.com works with that Play Store. There are also CDC hats on sale on Etsy. I think that might be cheaper. It might be a lot cheaper, guys. Come on, Cronos, you can do it. You can do it. 26 cents is only the beginning. I want to see that breakout. Come on. So Crypto.com gave me, or Bright Financial gave me, a 32% rate on my credit card. My answer to others, these cards are not meant for long-term payments. I spend my weekly money on the card and cash it out every week. It's really a rewards card. I have no clue what 32% means. I have no, like, the credit card rating system, or the, what is it called? Like, credit rating system has always been a big question to me. But if anyone is helped by this message, guys, I honestly, I use my Crypto.com card for everything. If I can, I use it. I never tell anyone I buy Crow or crypto. I think that's really fair. Keep it to yourself. Keep it private. Only we know you buy some Crow. Well, we're in this Crow friends group, right? Michael, I'm Norwegian and I'm not sitting on wild amounts of crypto, but you know, 2500 XRP. That's already quite a big amount, sir. 15,000 Crow. That's really nice, sir. I think that's good. Pretty good. If things go wild, I need to get somewhere nice and good for taxes and lifestyle. I think one thing, sir, Michael, is that like I've been to Norway, and I know things are really expensive, especially beer and alcohol. I was surprised when I went to Norway how expensive those were there. But I also think that we have a bit of the same here. Like, we pay quite a lot of taxes on things in general, but what we get in return regarding, you know, good healthcare and good education and good roads, it's also worth something. It's also worth something. But well, if you can, of course, if you don't mind, go to Monaco, do something clever. Also very good. I'm not trying to say, guys, that taxes are a good thing. I want taxes to be effective, but you know, in some countries, I've heard Norwegians are one of the most happy persons in the world. Even though, in my experience, it's only raining in Norway. There's a lot of rain in Norway. When it's Bitcoin halving, it is also season. It might be the case. I'm not entirely sure. So we had the Bitcoin halving in April. Yeah, basically it was Bitcoin season back then during the halving time. Good to have you, Aaron. What? The interest rate is 32%? 32% interest rate. Jeez Louise. Yeah, you have to pay, and you have to pay back then in that case. When does the payment start? Like, is it like you pay and you have like the first month is free and then the rest you have to pay after that? There's also a lot of rain in the UK. Where we go wrong though, it's not sending it across Europe. I'm really glad the currents are sending it your way. I'm ready to sell all my Solana to buy more Crow. I've heard some stories about Solana. Solana is ready to break out, but at the same point, I'm also waiting for breakout for Cronos. Let us know, makers, in about a few weeks, if that was a clever call or not. I'm really curious. I would say don't hold your breath for a breakout on Crow. If you check the Bollinger Bands on the weekly chart, then you see the price is just only just back down below the upper band. Monthly, it is above. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I'm quite worried about the low volume for Crow. It has most of the time. It shows serious lack of public interest. It's been that way like forever, in all honesty. And I think whenever we get like a little bit of volume, we have these crazy breakouts. So it's a matter of when, not if you ask me, because it's again low liquidity, and it's fine. That's truly fine, because when we need it, we have a lot of liquidity. We have a lot of trading volume. There is, I would say, like, Cronos is not really a trading token. It's more of a holding of a staking token. What do you think of Pive and Beam? I have no clue, Matt Breezy. I've heard Pive or PIF has been used now by the... It's going to be used by the American government. Government. That's quite bullish. I kind of forgot what Beam was about. I think it was a rebrand or something. Anyways, guys, it's time for me to go to bed slowly. I will be releasing a new video tomorrow, maybe about price. I'm not entirely sure yet. Let's see how the day will close. It's now, give or take, at about 26 cents. So it is going quite great. I want to remind you once more, it is getting close to altcoin season. So I think good stuff is coming our way very, very quickly. So get ready. Make sure you are strapped in. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you have any questions, though, don't forget to join our Discord. A link is there in the description down below. And if you remember as well, we also have some spots there specifically for the members alone. So you have to link your Discord to YouTube, and then you will get free access. So join that one if you have any questions. Also, the price prediction video will go live tomorrow for members only. So good to know. Anything else? I don't know. I'm quite bullish. I will check out the Bollinger Bands in general, but things are looking quite good. Bitcoin is looking quite strong, guys. So I'm a happy coin baron. PCE is looking good. PPI is looking good. Get ready for the 17th. I will be, by the way, live streaming the 17th when we get the speech, the FOMC speech by Jerome Powell. So stay tuned for that one as well. Till Sunday, at least, for the live stream. And then have a good one. Long outro. Very long outro. Stay blessed. Stay blessed.